we're back after a week off, and a lot of lightning around, and there was a kind of a close call for me.
And as DJ's trying to not get hit by lightning inside, we look at IndyCar, Formula One, and NASCAR. There's a few updates that we look at there, plus a big driver announcement.
Yes, and we catch up on the latest in the world of iRacing leagues. All that and more right now. Welcome to an all-new F1 Garage Talk. I'm DJ Flook.
I'm Erik Richardson.
And yes, I did not race on Wednesday night this week. Long story.
Yeah, I didn't miss much.
Yeah, picked a good day for my. It's just I can't go into too many details, but my kid has a recurring appointment to deal with a, say, treatable issue that has taken up a lot of time recently, and we get there. Target is to get out by 6, home by 6:15, 6:20, quickly eat, upstairs by 7, we're ready to go. Until we get there and find out that they're 45 minutes behind.
No,
like my chances of getting there now is just slightly above 0.
Yeah, it's great. They can run 45 minutes behind, but if you show up 45 minutes behind, they still bill you.
Yep, or you cancel within 24 hours, they bill you $50. They cancel on you. Can I bill them $50?
Can I get a refund?
Yeah.
Credit me for the next visit? Nope.
I mean, yeah, it sucks I missed tonight, but at the same time, it is what it is, and
It's a bit of a rough night.
It's a bit of a rough night, but it's a completely serious moment here. Is that you got to take care of your family, you got to take care of your kids, and
Right.
shouldn't be a major thing, but it's something. The earlier you take care of it, the better off you're going to be in the long run. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, there you go.
There's been some racing since we last had a show.
In a couple weeks, again, like we've said, life happens.
Yeah,
last
Indy
week,
had.
I fell asleep and completely missed a message, but hey.
Yeah, like you texted me, and then like the same text came through like 6 times. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then you send me, we're recording tonight. Yes. I'm like, yes. And I finally, whatever. He probably fell asleep.
Yeah, I passed out.
So that was why we did not have a show last week. And let's just say that was, well, I still haven't watched the Markham race. It seems like it seems like though once everything got going, it was slow getting going because the course was not ready. That hairpin on the Indy Next race that seemed to be. Did my door just open? I don't know. Calm down. So here in the Phoenix area, we're in mid monsoon season, and the winds were absolutely howling. And I think I heard my trash can in the side yard blow over. And I see a giant wall of dust. Oh, holy crap!
I saw the flash on that.
Did you see the flash? Could you see the reflect?
Well, I know what our doesn't go up on social media within the next few days. I'm coming out there.
Well, I know what our preview is going to be for this week. I looked out the window, and I can't wait to see this. I looked out the window, and I see that there's a big dust storm heading towards my house. This out to the window. This is the southeast, and the dust is coming towards me right now. And I see some cloud to cloud lightning, and then this very big bright bolt just appeared, maybe a mile from my window.
Yeah, just wait till you go back and rewatch that one. That'll
Oh
wake you
man,
up.
holy crap, that was a. Oh man, I just texted my wife who's down the hall. I just saw the biggest bolt of lightning I've ever seen in my life. Um, yeah. Wow. Where were we? Oh, hairpin.
Talking
Yeah.
hairpins and Markham. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking on that design.
They weren't.
Is there were about 20 different grooves to exit it.
If you didn't slide through, I saw the Indy. I think it was the Indy Next race had the.
Yeah,
It was like a nice 6 car pile up through there. That. Yeah.
and a couple cars forgot to brake or something.
I mean, Indy Next is basically the ARCA of IndyCar. So what do you expect?
What'll be interesting to see is Markham going to end up being a bigger mess than DC?
I had my money on DC. I didn't really know what to think of Markham. It really wasn't much discussed about it until we get there and find out that like Friday track activities were canceled, and
The track's not finished. They still need
was
tire barriers. They need walls and fencing.
it's like the
And not just for like one little section. There was quite a bit that still needed to be done.
yeah, it was frankly unacceptable. I mean,
Oh yeah, you can't be finishing up a racetrack less than 24 hours before
no, especially the first time. These drivers have only seen it in their shop simulators. I mean, honestly, like, especially with that hairpin, I'm surprised we didn't see somebody hurt this weekend. I mean, it's been, I mean, knock on wood, the injuries have seemed to calm down since Indy, but there was a not nice, but a rash of injuries going on for a while. And I mean, I don't think Newgarden's foot is still even fully healed from Indy yet.
Yeah, he got banged up. Rossi's been banged up. There's been some
And
big hits, though, that they walk away from pretty unhurt, which is good.
let's see. See, the other thing too with these monsoons, it always happens on either garbage or recycling night.
Of
And
course.
every single time that I have to go out to the street, the last time we had a storm, it was a Monday night. Yeah, it was a Monday night, and I had to like go out in the storm to seal a leaky window, and I actually drove soaked from being outside in the rain. What's the beverage?
There's a sample size of Bondstone Kentucky whiskey.
Nice.
Yeah. Just straight
Yeah,
on
I
bottle. I
have.
wish I had some ice cubes for it.
Uh, so I just googled the weather forecast for DC. Let me see here. DC race is Sunday, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. So the forecast for Sunday in DC is a 24% chance of rain. 22%, or sorry, Saturday, it's 64% chance of thunderstorms. That's not going to be good. So you're going to have qualifying washed out, probably.
Or running in the rain, one of the two.
Well, of lightning.
True.
And
Hopefully just.
now,
Mm-hmm.
now my doorbell camera is going berserk, so it's probably our garbage can blowing down the street.
Just wants to go for a ride.
Man, what a crazy night. I don't know. Okay.
Your trash can
So,
is
yep.
looking for Georgie.
Like I should make a Cybertruck joke here, but never mind. Yeah, so the concern from day one of having a DC race in August is that it's pretty muggy, it's pretty wet. And let's I mean, granted, it's still a handful of days out. Come on, let's see the detailed forecast. No, I don't want to see an ad.
But the ad wants you to see it.
I can't make the ad go away. Skip. No. Sunday. Oh, okay. I have to sign up for Weather Premium. Oh, Sunday during the day. Rain, thunderstorms possible, mainly in the afternoon. High of 81. Chance of rain, 60%. It's got a thunderstorm Sunday night.
Move the race early, start at 11, you'll be done. And then shorten it back, you'll be good.
Yeah. Donate the... Nashville donated its laps to DC, so then I'll have to donate it to somebody else to pay it forward.
We're going to shorten it because it's too hot. Now we're going to shorten it again because of thunderstorms.
Yeah. And, oh, man. All right. So on the NASCAR front, we're heading to New Hampshire this weekend, but before we had a race in Richmond. And somebody figured out...
I've not gotten to watch.
Yeah. Somebody figured out how to drive again in NASCAR all of a sudden. After having a really, really terrible start to the year, the 22 team picks up the win and has jumped in only like 2 months from 16th to 9th in the standings.
Well, at least it's not figure out how to just win a couple of races and run yourself into a title.
The other big news out of NASCAR, real
quick. It is an even year, though, so it makes sense.
Yeah. The next news, or the other big news out of NASCAR, is the 48 will be getting a new driver when Alex Bowman retires.
After next season.
Mm-hmm.
And not surprised by the announcement, but it's still a big one.
Yeah. I mean, you always figured that Connor Zilisch would get his opportunity at Hendrick at some point. A lot of, not necessarily criticism, but a lot of people saying that this move was a stab in the back to Corey Day. And I don't know if I'm fully on board with that claim.
There's so much that goes on within who's in what seat that it's hard to say.
I mean, Corey Day is only in his first full-time O'Reilly season. And Connor was basically running away with it in his last full-time. I mean, he's little bit ahead as far as that goes, but...
I still think he needed one more year in the O'Reilly.
Yeah, he probably did. But honestly, he's had some really, really bad luck. And... the trackhouse cars outside of the road courses have not been very good this year.
No.
And, how much of that is him failing to adjust to Sundays versus his ride?
I think there's a combination of both. We talked about it. Was he ready to move up to a full-time schedule, and was he going to struggle? The car is going to play a factor in it, too.
So does that mean the Red Bull is coming with him to Hendrick? We're going to have a Hendrick Red Bull car? Is that part of the deal?
I would assume it's going to go with him. But
SVG is also a Red Bull. So you're going to have Red Bull sponsoring two different competing teams?
That will be interesting to see what happens. You have Monster that's kind of doing it, too.
Yeah.
With Gibbs and then 2311.
Yep. Yeah, okay. So I guess
at least Red Bull is within the manufacturer.
The energy drink, the energy drink precedent. Yeah.
So I could see it because they'll both still be on Chevys if it does indeed do that. Which is funny that they're on Chevys, but their Formula One is Ford.
Ford, right? Yeah, Red Bull's always been. Well, I mean, Red Bull, especially in NASCAR, has kind of been around the block a little bit with, I am getting quite a lightning show. Not as shocking as that, shocking. Not as surprising as that one when I was looking out the window. Man, I can't wait to see how it looks.
I want to see your reaction of watching your reaction.
Tomorrow when I edit this, I'm like that. All right, when Riverside, I know you know that this is going on. Make sure that is one of the clips that you generate for me, please.
Yeah, Ford brought out their hypercar too.
I did see that. That's exciting.
I actually like the livery they put on it for the test car.
I did not see that actually. Was it just the blue one, or just the blue with like the white accents, or
It's like just the crazy blue pattern. Then Logan Sargent had a pretty much matching fire suit to it too.
Oh yeah. Oh cool.
I know it'll change, but it's like, can we just put that on track and add the stuff to it?
Yeah, cool. Oh man.
And
yeah, Ford is.
Red Bull news.
What happened?
I don't know exactly what happened to Hadjar. I guess it was like some sort of boxing incident and he broke his wrist. Yeah, that's what happens when you go on summer break.
Yeah, that's not going to go over well.
Like, you need any more breaks in your schedule.
I did see when people were speculating on what happened, somebody had a really inappropriate but funny theory of all right, I'll say it. Somebody said that Lewis Hamilton posts a shirtless photo of himself, and then Isaac breaks his wrist in the next couple of days. You put two and two together.
Hadjar breaks his wrist and move on from that terrible joke.
So bad.
It's funny they are bringing Liam Lawson back up to the Red Bull after they demoted him 2 races in the last season. And then Yuki is going into the racing teams.
I didn't even realize he was officially their reserve driver.
Yeah, he was still reserve, or the Red Bull reserve driver. So I guess they just moved him down to the backup team.
The funny thing too is all the memes with Liam, and there was this thing where he's being dragged. He's like, "No, don't make me go!" And like, take him away and send him back to Red Bull.
And then you got Yuki also in the news.
Yeah, for more reasons.
Rumored, or at least in talks, with the 66 at Meyer Shank.
All right.
It'd be interesting if that does happen. How will he fare on the ovals?
I mean, Mick Schumacher's had some decent growth on the ovals this year.
Yeah.
Question is, where does he go next year? It kind of sounds like his charter has been sold.
That is going over to Dreyer and Reinbold, and presumably Connor Daly is going to go in that car.
Is that actually rumor? Like, is that confirmed?
I don't believe it's confirmed, but I think it's the more than likely.
There's smoke, there's fire.
Since he's been active with them and doing stuff, so. And I know there's sponsors that are ready to go with him, too. My only question, will Yuki reach the pedals in an IndyCar?
Yeah, he should be able to. I mean, there's some short drive. I mean, not everybody's Stingray Rob. I said I think you should make like a web series, because you have Stingray Rob, who's like one of the tallest people in IndyCar, also known for his clean, good old boy image. You'll have Yuki, who's going to be the shortest person in IndyCar, assuming he signs, with the foulest mouth probably in the field, and watch the two of them. I'm like, that would be gold. That would be ratings gold to watch the two of them.
And we got to kind of go back to Markham. We had 2 F1 drivers on the podium. Marcus Ericsson on the win, and
Yeah.
Roman Grosjean. And Will
And
Power, like,
Oh, no,
top three drivers. That race was a mess.
How tall? Yeah, that was Stingray Robb, born 6'2", 171. He's only. I feel like he's taller than 6'2".
It's because all the drivers are like 5'10" and shorter.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing when I had the red carpet at NASCAR. How short everybody was. And you like, here comes Tyler Reddick. Here comes Justin Haley. These guys. Ty Gibbs is like pretty short.
Even Kyle Larson is what?
Kyle Larson's pretty short. Yeah. And then Carson Hocevar comes through, and you're like, oh wow.
Hey, what's up?
Did you see?
How tall is he? Like 6'7" or something?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
No, he's not that tall. I think him and Cindric are the two tallest ones.
Yeah. Those two are.
Or like.
I mean, I knew Cindric was tall, but yeah. Sheesh.
Yeah, I found a way to get it back in again.
Carson Hocevar, January 28th, 2003 was his date of birth.
We were graduating high school that year.
We were finishing up high school. Yeah.
We were still 5 years away from the idea of F1 racing.
We were conceptualizing this when he was in preschool.
Oh, man, world.
Let's see.
Well, at least Formula One gets back underway this weekend. I think we haven't had a race forever. It's the one series I'm actually able to watch. I don't have live TV. And it's hard to sometimes find people streaming on TikTok. But I do have Apple TV, so I can watch.
All right. So this is from last year, so I don't have the updated data, but Stingray Robb appears to be tied for the tallest driver. Who is he tied with? Hint, they've been around forever.
It's probably Graham.
It is. And then an inch behind them is Alexander Rossi, which I don't think I would have put him at 6'1".
I would maybe have like Will Power or Joseph Newgarden like right there.
Newgarden is 6 foot.
Okay,
Christian Lundgaard is listed at 6'1". The tallest driver in the last years is the late Justin Wilson, who, depending on who you ask, was either 6'3" or 6'4". The tallest known driver was Chris Kniefel, who raced in the 1983 and 1984 Indianapolis 500 and made 19 career starts, is listed at 6'6".
That'd be a tight squeeze in those cars.
Well, what's his face from the Pacers climbed into the car, and his head was above the aero screen. He's like this above the aero screen. It's like, that's not gonna work.
Can't race that way.
That was some loud thunder. Man.
It's funny, you're getting the dust, and we're happy to have dust.
Yeah, I was about to say, it probably...
All the dust sitting out in the Atlantic is knocking down a lot of this tropical weather.
Yeah, it seems like this is they're talking about the super El Nino this year, and that the Pacific is going to be very, very busy, and the Atlantic not so much. Which I mean, you know, the
It's
Atlantic's had
growing.
some rough years the last couple of years.
Last year was very quiet, and this year has been even quieter so far. Knock on wood. We're halfway through August, and we haven't even had a storm with a D name yet.
There was there's a guy who runs a weather page, and he had a I forget what it was, but it was a named storm, and it was named for like less than 24 hours before it dissipated, and it said like RIP tropical storm blah blah blah, and it was like 8:13 to 8:14.
Yeah, it's Cristobal.
Oh,
It's
is that
kind
what
of,
it was?
yeah, Cristobal.
Yeah.
It kind of meandered off the coast heading east. It got strong enough to get named, and then it disappeared.
Power outages reported according to the Citizen app. Not here, not
Oh,
yet.
cool.
Oh, so we've got New Hampshire coming up for NASCAR this weekend. Formula One is back. IndyCar is going to be in DC, maybe if the track gets finished and the thunder holds off.
Good weekend of racing. It'll be fun to watch.
It's been a while since we've had a triple header weekend.
And about time. Need one of those.
I've been having to I put the TV up around my birthday out on the patio. And Saturday I sat out on the patio and I watched the Richmond race. And I didn't consume any alcohol last weekend. I don't know why, but I'm just like, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
sat out there and yeah, I mean, that Sunday was quiet. I'm like, man, I put on a baseball game for a little bit, and then it's like, oh, I don't know what else to watch here. I actually watched the. I think last weekend, outside of the Richmond race, I think I watched more golf than anything else.
I don't know what it's like to watch races anymore or watch live sports, and rarely my home on a Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, that tends to negatively impact that. But
I would like
I
to
did.
just have a day to watch racing.
I mean, and the thing is, like, I like watching golf, and it's one of those things where I can just it's you could get up and walk away for a little bit and come back, and but you can keep it on as like background noise, and it's really good background noise. And Scotty Scheffler won his like first tournament since January.
I'd much rather play. I just can't get into watching it.
The the tournament out here, and we've talked about it before, it is an absolute riot, literally. It is a giant party disguised as a golf tournament, and it's attended. They'll have like 250,000 people show up on Saturday, and they have a celebrity tournament earlier in the week. They have concerts like every night after the play is over. They have the stadium hole at TPC Scottsdale, and it's one of those things. The first year I moved out here, I went to the tournament on Saturday, and we got there early. We didn't get into the stadium hall because you basically like there's the reserve for the people that spent a boatload of money to get in there, and they get their reserve party suites basically, and then there's there's a handful of general seating, and people wait in line for like 3 hours just to go sit in the stadium seat for a
Okay,
little bit.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but what's hilarious about it is people line up really early. They let them line up at like 4 a.m. and then they open it at like 6. And then it's like a 3/4 mile sprint from the gates. Like you're all checked in and everything. And basically they put you into like, it's like running of the bulls, basically.
Put you in a
Where
corral and
yeah, they basically put you in a corral, and then they open the gates and the horn, and you just see all these people. Many of them are already drunk. They're wearing Halloween costumes, and they take off for this like 3/4 mile sprint across the course to be one of the first come first serves to get into the stadium seats.
That
And
almost be
there's
fun
video.
just to get there to watch it.
Yeah, and there's video online of people with like selfie sticks, or they're wearing their, they have like their GoPro on their chest. And one of the news guys a couple years ago did it, where he got in line and they had the news drone following him, and he was mic'd up, and he's just like, oh, it's like dying as he's like running and trying to outrun a bunch of these drunks. And and then there were people there that were legitimately like insanely fast sprinters that like left everybody behind. But honestly, like, I mean, I can't do that now. I'm too old. But if I would have been out here in my 20s or my early 20s when I was still like running on a regular basis, I would have totally done that. Get up at 3:30 in the morning to go get in line and get corralled in there for 2 hours, and then they open the gate and off you go.
I'll go over to hole number 5, take the leisurely stroll.
That's kind of what we did. We got there at like 8.
See the same people go through.
Yeah. I walked through, like, we got there at like 8:30, walked right in, and I had never been to a PGA tournament before at that point. So I really, I mean, I knew to keep my mouth shut. Yeah, don't bother, just, the golfers though, like, it's pretty cool too, because like the golfers, like, while they're waiting for somebody to shoot, they'll stand over by you and they'll chit chat with you while you're waiting. And we were talking to this one golfer who this was Saturday, so he had made the cut to get into round 3, and he's like, he goes, I love this tournament. It's so stupid, but I love this tournament. He goes, it outdraws the Masters, but I love it. And there's been some issues over the years where people like climbing over fences and people getting too drunk and fights, and it's but it's so much fun to just say that, like, I did it. I did the WM Phoenix Open, and on a Saturday, and it's fun too. Like, you're standing there around they tee off, and you're golf clapping, and I actually watched Phil Mickelson tee off from, like, I don't know, I was probably 10 feet away from him. I watched him tee off, and so, I snap a picture, and everyone's like, stop with the, like, turn your phones on silent, because you hear everybody, chirp, 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 chirp. Taking pictures.
I'm actually only like an hour and a half away from TPC Sawgrass. I go by
Sawgrass,
when I have to go up to Jacksonville for work. Maybe I'll have to hit up there, go to the Players Championship.
See, the other thing is the tournament's always like the first week of February. Sometimes it actually, the one year it lined up with the Super Bowl when the Super Bowl was over in Glendale. So they were literally finishing the tournament and then like running right over to the Super Bowl. And so it was, and CBS didn't, they typically, CBS has like the final rounds of the PGA. And so it's like you turn off CBS, and then I don't remember if it was NBC or Fox that year, but it was just like, okay, golf tournament's over, turn on the Super Bowl.
If I get to
30 miles away.
If I get to a PGA event, I'll have to put up what hole I'm standing by and probably try for like tee box or something. I'll be the guy holding a sign that says, "Where's Happy?"
Shoot.
Then I should have somebody else going, like, next to Shooter McGavin.
The one of my favorite stories that I've read is that a guy walked through the airport and saw Christopher McDonald, who played Shooter McGavin, and he goes, "Hey, Shooter!" And he turned around and looked just incredibly annoyed, and he's just like, "Grow up, man!" Like, that was like 30 years ago. And he just kind of like snapped on him a little bit. And he turned around and walked away. And the guy, he goes, I was, he was stunned that this happened. And he turned, and so Christopher McDonald walks away after that kind of rude interaction, and he stops and he turns around and goes, "Choke on that, baby!" I kept on going.
I get paid again here in like a week and a half. If it's still sitting there, they have one of those Funkos at Target that I've seen now that I'm gonna have to get, even though they've gone from like $10 to $15 now, which is annoying. But they have the
That's
30th anniversary Happy Gilmore. It's the gator with the golf ball in his mouth. So if it's still
that's
there
awesome.
when I get paid again, it's probably gonna end up coming home with me. It's
I
like a movie, and it's the gator.
I have three Funko Pops, and one of them is Dwight Schrute dressed as a Sith Lord. That was given to me.
That's a good one.
I have a Michael Scott, and then and those two were given to me as gifts. But the first one I bought, and I kept it on my desk at work, and then I thought it for like, I don't know, for like 3 months, and then I'm like, this could send the wrong idea, or if something happens, I could get blamed for it over this. And it was Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park. And for those that don't know, yeah, you didn't say the magic word. Yeah, so like let's I work in software and software engineering, have for a very very long time, and I have on my desk at work a Dennis Nedry Funko Pop, and then one day, let's just say something happens, they're gonna be looking at me, like whether I did it or not, which I would never do
You're
such a thing.
required to have that.
Yeah, but yes, yeah, and I'm like, and like, I quietly put it in my back, but like, I was looking at the one day, I'm like, this could really give the wrong impression, especially if something happened. So I'm just gonna put this in my backpack and take it home, and it's sitting over on my shelf over there. So, but yeah, that I was just like, yeah, that wasn't really well thought out, was it?
I think it's perfect.
It's hilarious. Looking back on it, but yeah. Oh, so we'll wrap it up here. Cutting this a little early tonight, but
We didn't even talk about Tuesday or Wednesday fully.
oh yeah, I guess we should. What happened on Tuesday? Oh yeah, I read
Tuesday, Indy Racing World Series, Bill Muhlfeld
Bill Muhfeld.
gets the dub.
I had an I was having an off night and I wrecked and I just parked it. I sent it into the wall in the infield and I'm just like, did you hear that?
No.
No, you didn't hear that thunder? That was pretty loud. That was loud. Holy crap. But I went to the booth and we were having, so we're using our new broadcast software, and it crashed on Connor. And so he pulled me into the booth mid race while I'm driving. And live on the air for the first, for a 15 lap period, not only am I helping him live troubleshoot getting the broadcast back online, which we did, we got it back online, but I'm also driving in car, green flag conditions, giving a race commentary from in car, driving under green flag. And so, and then he puts me back into the regular voice chat, and then, then I wreck out later, and I jump back in, and we finish the race, and we get to this final lap. You have Lucas trying to chase down Jacob Barker, and the moment Connor says Bill is waiting for them for a possible mistake, Jacob goes into the wall. Lucas bounces off on him. They wreck each other, and Bill just veers to the left, avoids it, and just cruises across the finish line to take his first win. And it completely, that whole sequence completely, we put it up on social media, and that whole sequence caught us both off guard because we weren't really expecting to see the top two wreck in turn 4 of the final lap.
Oh, no.
But then Bill to sneak through like that and get his first win in such dramatic fashion, and everyone loves Bill. Like, everyone was so pumped for him to get that first win. And
I can tell you, in the driver chat on Discord, we were talking after racing, and someone was like, wait a second.
Bill
win?
won. Yeah.
And we're like, what? Then we're looking like, oh.
So Bill crosses the. So I'm looking at the wreck and I look down and I see Bill, and all of a sudden Connor's like, Bill Muhlfeld wins the race, and you just hear me in the background. Oh my god! And
So close
then
to Michigan to finish last season, and then to see him get the W here is awesome.
yeah, oh yeah, so cool, so happy for him. And the best part after it was I'm trying to say something, and on the broadcast, and I didn't know what to say. I was still shocked from that whole sequence, and just noises came out of my mouth that were not words, and it was just like it was unbelievable finish. And I put that online. It's on social media.
That race is just wild. For the starts and the initial start and the restarts, all the cars were getting so much tire spin compared to what we're normally used to.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
Like, it's so abnormal. Like, I wasn't ready for it there at the beginning. I started P3
Yes.
and tire spun straight to the back of the field.
I started in the middle of the pack, and there was some chirping going on the radio, but although it's funny, the week before at Watkins Glen, we both wrecked out at literally the exact same spot.
Yeah, it was dumb that race, and it's pushing too hard.
I was starting to get a little bit of confidence, and like, here we go, and then it's all over. So
That's because I got spun out going into the bus stop and broke too early, and car behind wasn't ready, and then I was just trying to fight back, and it went south.
yes, indeed. And Portland, it was okay until it wasn't. And you parked it after.
Yeah, I pretty much couldn't do all 3 races that week, and so I ran, and I think I parked it on lap 2.
Yep,
So
get
it's
your
kind of by
points.
design the whole way. I had a mechanical issue.
And by mechanical issue, I mean no. Not gonna say it.
Hey, that Tuesday, I was up there. I was actually in 5th, but I decided to stay out instead of taking new tires, but then everybody else basically behind did. So I just restarted P3, and I was basically a sitting duck. But I was still running there in 5th place. But then unfortunately, I had a lap car. I was still running my line, and yeah, it came down, but I wasn't expecting a lap car to try to dive in and pass with what 20, 25 laps to go. Then ended up having the tow, and it set me back like 2, 3 laps. I'm like, man, I was expecting a top 5 here, and I got pushed all the way down.
The hell was that? Something just like flew by my window.
The Wicked Witch of the West.
It must have been. Maybe that was just a lightning flash, but it looked like something like flew by. For the record, I'm on the 2nd floor, so whoa, man, what a. If I could turn my camera and show you what outside looks like right now, it would be just crazy. But I can't without like disconnecting a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I'll get there. Then prior to filming this, we ran Bristol.
I wouldn't know.
Unfortunately, we had 11 cautions over the 100 laps, so 44 laps of caution and 56 green flag lap. But at the very end, we ran 27 straight.
Is there ever been a case where we ran at Bristol in a season race where it didn't end up like that?
I think
Where
early on it
cautions
wasn't
were
too
named?
bad, but that was also before we ran cautions.
I feel like the first couple times we've had, I don't know, it's just it's just such a
I think it's
there's
if you're running
just
the high
nowhere to
line,
go.
unless you're spot on it, you're into the wall and you're bouncing off. If you bounce off the walls on exits, you're gonna catch somebody that was on your inside. And I think unless you're on it, the cars drift up. So I don't know what it is, but just tons of cautions.
See, and the other thing too is there was if my counter was working correctly, and I think it was, on Monday night during practice in the 2 hour session, the incident count for the group was 484 incidents. And it seemed like nobody could go more than a couple of laps without losing it out of either 2 or 4.
I maybe could have gotten away with this race with a 0x, but I decided to do an ARCA break moments on our teammate Warway.
Yeah.
I
Is
just saw
that
it
what
too
knocked
late,
him out
and
for the
when
night?
no, he was still able to go after that.
He he had I think a P22 tonight or something
Yeah,
like that. It wasn't good.
he had a rough night, and then just kept getting caught up in stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's Bristol,
But
but
that was where I got a 4x, and that was actually all I got. But it actually ended up being nice because I had a tow, because I just couldn't drive because it was toast. It was a 3 minute tow. I got put 5 laps down. So I got to just sit at the back, and then nobody else was getting laps, so I could just collect the lucky dogs every few laps, and eventually got back on. I had a couple close calls and wreck avoidance that kept it going, and luckily it just worked up to a P12.
I mean that's as good as a win to be honest.
Yeah,
To
you know,
be
I'll take
honest.
that a 4x at Bristol, and I didn't even really have to run that hard until the last 25 laps. I'll take that all day long.
Yeah, and coming back from 5 laps down, that's pretty wild. But we got Kentucky next week, so we should. Um,
And we got Kentucky with Wednesday Night Dash, which last time we were there was a fuel mileage race.
yeah, that was wild.
And Monday we have Nashville for bottom split.
Yeah,
Then 2 weeks after that we have Bristol.
yeah.
Back to the
Bristol,
madhouse.
Bristol with the stage break. Yeah.
Should be in.
Oh, yep. And I got some fixes I need to do on the broadcast logic. It's like I get so close, and I have the bonus calculations working now, which I'm pumped about. But yeah, I got some work to do.
And it's kind of nice. Indy is on a break next week, but then we come back in 2 weeks at Milwaukee.
Probably needs a break after last night.
Yes. And then we're actually on a kind of 2 week gap here for a little bit before we go back. We got another 2 weeks to Auto Club, and I think it's 2 weeks after that to Barber. But a lot of it, we're looking at it, and we're trying to not schedule bottom split, Indy, and Wednesday Night Dash
Yeah.
all three in the same week. And we have a
Yeah,
new
when we
team coming up here in 3 weeks, so we're trying to balance schedules out so we only have 2 races in a week,
and
if possible.
and yeah, and when we have 3 in a week, I mean that lap 3 in a week was pretty brutal because we had Portland, Watkins Glen, and then finished off with Michigan for Wednesday Night Dash. With it being a season premiere, people had some rust on it, so that was brutal. But I've looked back, and the races where we have 3 races in a week, it gets pretty rough. It just doesn't give proper preparation time, and we got some time, so we spaced it out a little bit.
And
And
not just that, but we have families and other lives and careers going on, and we
spouses who hate us for this.
we get frowned on when we try to race multiple times a week, and that doesn't include trying to practice and all that.
We joked there was I won't say who it was, but somebody who got married who races with us relatively recently. Like, now your wife will be glaring extra when you tell her it's race night. And the response I got was, that already happened beforehand. So I think it's all the same. I think pretty much I think it's almost universal where you're married or have kids or living with your girlfriend or whatever, your fiance. Oh, we got a wide variety of all that stuff, and I'm pretty sure every single one of us gets the glare. Oh, it's race day. Like, yeah, it's race day. Damn right, it's race day.
Probably lucky and maybe nearly killed the last 2 nights of races. Our oldest one is choosing to have major meltdowns before, well, when trying to go to bed, and I somehow still managed to race.
I haven't drank in a week and a half, and
This is the first I've had in probably a couple months.
really,
It's been
no, it can't. Heck, hard
actually
liquor or just drinking in general?
no, July 4th.
I feel like you've drank on the show since then, but we've only had like three since July.
I think it's been July 4th since I've really had anything.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, the party days are over. So.
Although speaking of July 4th, I actually played beer pong for the first time since college. That was fun.
Yeah, my kids were telling me about, hey, you got this game where you throw these ping pong balls into cups. And I'm like, yeah. It's called ping pong ball throw in the cup.
Yeah, I was explaining the game to my now 4-year-old. He had fun.
Kool-Aid. We drink Kool-Aid in the cups, kids. All right, now we really are going to wrap now.
Child Protective Services call on me now.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever does it.
All right. Well, thanks again for tuning in. Trying to get back on this regular routine.
Yeah, glad to be back. Finally getting a show up again.
Yeah, and you being able to sit inside and be able to see you.
Yes, I'm not banished, and you can see my lovely face.
All right, so frracingonline.com at frracingonline. Download the Stadium Scene app on Android and iOS. Available now. Don't miss our races, and you don't have to worry about because the app notification will tell you when we go live. So next week we got bottom split at Nashville, and then Wednesday night dash from Kentucky. So I think we're gonna have two solid races next week. I think we generally do pretty well at those 1.5 miles.
I come tune in, check it out, chat in the chats there, and get yourself involved to it and have some fun.
Maybe we'll do a live stream at some point. I was thinking, like, when was the last time? It was like summer 2024 was the last time either one of us live streamed a race.
Yes.
Like us in car race driving.
Yeah, I've had questionable internet for a year plus.
A long time. Yeah, and
I think I can do it now, but I need to get my second monitor up and running.
My kids just keep running in, and
it doesn't help when I drive. I have 2 sleeping kids generally in the room with me.
Yeah, that doesn't help. My kids are coming in, getting mad, or trying to yell on the microphone and get everybody's attention and get everybody. I'm sitting there going for the mute button. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Maybe next week. Hopefully next week.
I hope so. Everybody take care.